Leicester reject a £60 million opening bid for Wesley Fofana from Chelsea, but the main story here today is Marc Cucurella is absolutely a here we go, according to Fabrizio Romano. But all of a sudden, it looks like no way we go. There's a lot of drama, and I'm telling you, Fabrizio's credibility is up in risk. We need to talk about it. Welcome to the Kavkas, you guys, and in today's video, I think we have got a lot to discuss. Whether it's Wesley Fofana's opening bid being rejected and what this means, Marc Cucurella's bid being accepted, but then Brighton come out and absolutely dunk on Fabrizio Romano's head top, and then Levi Colwill potentially leaving on a permanent, but now there's conflicting reports. I will break that down for you. Barcelona think we're mugs, you know, because not only are they offering us now Frankie De Jong, they want us to take Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Memphis Depay, and on top of that, they can't sign Azpilicueta anymore. I'm gonna explain to you why. It is a jam-packed video. There is going to be a lot of information. It might even go up to 16 minutes today. You lot are getting a treat. Grab your popcorn, sit back. You're watching an episode on Friends on E4. Enjoy it. You will love it. But of course, I don't ask for those generic things like a super comment, a super chat. I don't care about it. All I want you lot to do is hit the like button, watch the video as much as you can, and more importantly, subscribe to the channel. We're aiming to break 25,000 by the end of the year, and we will destroy the targets I set at the start of the year. Then, if you guys want to build the community the way we have it, in the pinned comment is my Instagram. People have been following me, hitting me up with DMs, and I respond with a voice note. It's a quick, efficient way of responding. It actually helps build communities, and more importantly, we have got a fantasy football league because the season's about to start, and I'm going to stop plugging it after the first game of the season. But if you want to join and you want to be part of something big, in the pinned comment again, and let's see who knows most about it. But other than that, let's get on with it. Alright, so we're going to start with a trademark guy, and the trademark guy in this situation is Wesley Fofana. Look, Chelsea are avidly convinced that they want this player, and Chelsea are going to do whatever it takes to go and sign this player. So Chelsea have put a first bid that has been rejected of £60 million, which is nearly 75 million euros allegedly, and Leicester said they're not for sale. They went as far as Brendan Rodgers going to Wesley Fofana directly and telling him, big man, you're not going anywhere. You are not for sale. The problem is, and what people don't realize is, Leicester have not signed an individual player. Not one single player. Leicester haven't signed nobody, and it's because they're in financial fair play troubles. They need to sell before they can bring people in. Yuri Tielemans is set to leave, and it's going to be either Wesley Fofana, who they weren't planning to sell, they wanted to sell him next year, or James Madison. Chelsea are trying to accelerate this sale of Fofana to now. And the way that they're doing this, usually the first bid is called the feeler bid. You put it in, you see how Leicester react. Leicester reacted in a way that we expected. Straight away they said, dip out Chelsea, we're not selling him. But now Chelsea are actively going to go and put another bid in. Rumours are coming out that Chelsea want to put £70 million and they hope that this should be enough. Leicester want £80 million. So this is where we're going to have to meet in the middle. Guys, if you remember the Ben Chilwell deal, this dance went on for a while. They wanted 80, Chelsea wanted to give 40, and then we met somewhere around about £50 million plus add-on. So expect this deal to go in a similar pattern. I'm not saying we're going to sign him definitely, but I'm telling you now, the club are avidly chasing him, and I am very excited to see what Thomas Tuchel can do with Wesley Fofana. I really am. So now we're going to talk about Cucurella, and Cucurella is a player that Chelsea have been chasing, and they went with vim, aggression, and precision. When they went after this player, they closed this deal quickly. So everyone's consistently been moaning, why are Chelsea not in for Cucurella? Manchester City are about to get a baller. Man City put 3 bids in, 30, 35 and 40 million pounds. All were rejected flat out. Now Chelsea have had a bid allegedly accepted according to Fabrizio Romano of 52 million pounds. I reported this yesterday. Then there was a lot of controversy. And when I tell you there was a lot of controversy, I mean Fabrizio Romano's reputation got called out by a football club. Brighton went on Twitter and Brighton said, this isn't true. No deal has been agreed. Cucurella is a bad Brighton player until further. And this is amazing because this is the first time that a club has come out with some vim and shut down these ITKs, these journalists directly. Fabrizio, on the other hand, came out and said, listen, I know what my sources are telling me. I know what I'm being told. Marc Cucurella is going to be at Chelsea. He said, the deal is agreed. Here we go. And he reiterated it again. Here we go. I don't know what to make of this, people. I really don't. Because when you actually think about it, right? The club obviously can't come out and say they don't want to sell the player. Because they need to keep face. They've got a fan base to appease. They don't want to lose a player 4 days before the season starts. But this is ridiculously embarrassing for Fabrizio if this comes out and Chelsea don't sign the player. But this is allegedly the stumbling block. And Levi Colwill is actually the stumbling block in this situation. Because Fabrizio Romano is insisting that Brighton have avidly said they want Colwill on a permanent. They want to pay £25 million, and Fabrizio's saying they are insisting, if you don't give us Levi, you're not getting Cucurella. And Chelsea said, okay, we're not going to give you him. Then Chelsea tried to negotiate with them and got them to the table, and they agreed, according to Fabrizio Romano, a deal of Brighton getting him for 25 million, Chelsea get a buyback clause somewhere between 45 and 50 million in 2 years' time, and then Chelsea buy. Now, reports today are coming out from other sources like Fabrizio Romano, Simon Phillips, Ben Jacobs, and other sources that are in the know when it comes to Chelsea. Levi Colwill's not going. He's going on loan if he's going at work. He didn't get a kit number, but they're saying this is going to be a loan deal and this player is going to be coming back next year. And this, in my opinion, could be the best thing for his development. He will go get around about 30 to 35 Premier League games under his belt. He will develop. He will play in a system that is dependent on moving the ball. Potter will be there with him coaching. And this player will come back twice as good as he is right now because he's going to have experience, development of natural age, and more importantly, he will come back with vim the way that Brozier, Gallagher have come back and reclaimed this. Trevor Chalobah came back and took this. This is a good thing. I'm telling you, I've said it on many occasions, and I think we need to back this. I really hope it's a loan. I don't want this to be a permanent, and then we have to re-sign him in 2 years. It just causes unnecessary drama. My preference is always a Premier League loan, and then the player comes back and becomes a squad/first team player. That's just my... I am going to go on a little bit of a rant, though, because when it comes to Marc Cucurella joining Chelsea, a lot of Chelsea fans have created this hysteria that this is a stumbling block for Ben Chilwell. How's Ben Chilwell going to play? It's called competition. Good teams have two players in good position. I'm sorry, that's how it works. When we had Lampard, we signed Ballack. When we had Essien, we went and signed Mikel. When we had Drogba, we went and got Anelka, and then we went and got Torres. It works in specific ways. People need to understand that competition does not mean that you don't rate one player. It means you want the other player to improve. And in this situation, Ben Chilwell will have to raise his game, or Marc Cucurella will come and take his spot. And if Marc Cucurella comes in and takes his spot, and guess what? Ben raises his game, we become a better team. And that, in the long run, will make Chelsea FC more successful, more productive, and make Chelsea win more trophies. People don't want to accept it, but that's the harsh truth. And if you don't like it, support another team. Competition is good for people. It makes you step up, it makes you better, and if you don't like it, it's because you're a loser. My hopes and dreams of Azpilicueta leaving the club this summer have been shattered to pieces, and I am very upset. A lot of you are going to call me disrespectful for my next opinion. A lot of you are going to say, respect the captain. A lot of you are going to say, you're not a real Chelsea fan. But I have to say this with my chest. What the hell is Chelsea? Azpilicueta should be leaving it. Azpilicueta, in my opinion, has served Chelsea tremendous. The guy is called Mr. Reliability. He will go down as a legend. But why do we have to tarnish his legacy to the point where I am going to have to say, get off my TV? Why would I have to give him a t-shirt, get off my TV, with Cesar Azpilicueta on it? I do not need to see Cesar Azpilicueta playing for Chelsea Football Club in 2022 going into 2023. This player is not good enough anymore. He is old. His legs are gone. He is shattered. He is not Thiago Silva. He is not a player that can read the game and just clean up beautifully. And even now, Thiago's peak conditioning, in my opinion, is better than Azpilicueta's. Azpilicueta will be used at wingback. Let that sink in. Do you know how bad we're going to look when he plays wingback? It's pathetic. He's going to sign a 2-year deal. That's what all the reports are coming out. He is going to stay, and Chelsea persuaded him. This guy wanted to go. He wanted to go back to Spain. He wanted to live in Barcelona. He wanted to play for Barcelona. Just let him go. They were willing to pay 5-6 million for him. Now we've given him a 2-year extension till the summer of 2024, and I find this ridiculous. I really do. I think it's ludicrous that we're giving new contracts to players of the age of 32. That's just my personal opinion. And the final news is the interesting one, and a lot of people are going to say, Alex, this is very interesting, and how true do you think this is? I think this is all driven from the Catalan media. I think this is all driven by Barcelona, and I think Barcelona are desperate for money. So As of this moment, you all know Barcelona have financial difficulties. So today, reports came out that Barcelona asked Piqué and Sergio Busquets to take pay cuts. The reason they asked it is because La Liga, as we all expected, said, Barcelona, your calculations don't work out. You need to cut 150 million euros off your wage bill for this calendar year for you to register the new players you have. So Barcelona now are basically going to become a free-for-all. They are going to be selling players left, right and center. They are desperate for players to leave. Yet they have been buying players stupidly to remain competitive. It makes no sense. It puts their whole shenanigans this summer to shame. I don't understand. So now, reports have come out, Chelsea are interested in De Jong, and they've been offered De Jong, and De Jong apparently would be interested in joining Chelsea Football Club due to London, Champions League football, and Chelsea is a big club. He believes Tuchel can develop him, but his preference is to stay with Barcelona. This is something I've been telling you consistently. He does not want to leave Barcelona. Barcelona want him to leave. Barcelona are going to try to push him to leave, and I think this is very rich, right, from Barcelona. You're asking Piqué and Busquets to take a pay decrease, right? You're asking De Jong to leave, but you're signing new players. You're talking about Bernardo Silva. What? It makes no sense. It's stupid. It's idiotic. It makes no sense. In any other market, in any other business, this would not be allowed to happen. People would strike. People would refuse. People would sue. Like, it doesn't make sense. Yet, now, Chelsea are being offered 2 more players, and these 2 players are very interested. Number 1, Memphis Depay. Chelsea are being offered Memphis Depay, and his agent is trying to get Barcelona to pay his remaining 20 million that they owe him in wages, and he will leave on a free. They're trying to find a settlement fee where he can leave and he can go pick whatever club he goes to next. He wants to go to super clubs only. That's a quote that came from the Spanish media. Memphis, this ain't the NBA big man, but more importantly, do I want Memphis Depay at Chelsea? I think Memphis Depay is a very good player. I think Memphis Depay has a lot to add. I think a lot of people don't like Memphis Depay because of his playboy nature when he was at Manchester United. I think the Rolls Royce cars, the 4x4s, the chains, the big tattoos, it just strikes people in a negative way. I don't understand it. I think it's cool. He's living the life I would want to live. I'm not even lying to you. He's living the dream. He is living the dream. He plays football for Manchester United, Lyon and Barcelona. He's got great cars. He's got living a great life. What's there to hate about him? But some people are insecure in their life. So they use that to taint his footballing abilities. He's a phenomenal football player. He deserves everything he gets, and the sense that whatever club buys him, it's because he's got there on merit. Look at his numbers. He produces good numbers. Is he Messi? No, but he's no bum. He's a very good player. So is he welcome at Chelsea? Yeah, I could potentially take him. As long as we get players off the books, I'd have no issue with us signing him. But it has to be for the right price. The player I don't want is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And we are offered Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and apparently Aubameyang has no interest in coming to Chelsea. This is led by Barcelona again, but Chelsea have got him on a short. This is bad news, people. And I've said this before and I said this again. No Ronaldo, no Neymar apparently, but people think we're going to get Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He's just not fit enough to play for Chelsea. Like, he is 33 years old, he doesn't press, he nonchalantly walks around the pitch, and you're going to have to depend on his finishing. And for me, sadly, he's just not the caliber of player I want in a team. Prime Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is loved. Prime Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is welcome at Chelsea Football Club any day of the week. But this Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is just not worth the risk. It's not worth the hassle. That's just my opinion. A lot of you are most probably going to disagree. A lot of you are going to like the nature of the targets that we're being linked with. De Jong, Depay, Aubameyang, Fofana, because they're big names. They're exciting names. They're the names that the algorithm pushes because all of you are searching it. Like, all of you want to see these players. They're talented players, but just because you're talented doesn't mean there needs to be a role for you to be built in a team for the future. Aubameyang, no. Depay, maybe. De Jong, please. That's my opinions. I want to hear yours. People, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I know this has been a little bit of a long video. There's been a lot, and I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure we get up to 20k real soon. I want to hit it by the end of the month, and then after we'll do a nice final push. If we get to 25k, I might give a little giveaway by Christmas time as a New Year's present for someone. But hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Peace out, I'm out, bye. Tash, say bye-bye to the team. Woo, she said bye. Bye.